Shopping carts rolled by the wind, midnight painting empty lines across the asphalt skin. Your headlights cut the quiet night. We pulled into that lonely space between the faded painted rows. You said you needed air and time, but I already knew. Your radio was playing low, some sad song on repeat, and every word it seemed to know. The silence in our seat, two shadows in the dashboard glow, with nowhere left to go. Every second in the car felt like falling stars. In the parking lot at 2 a.m., where the whole world fell asleep, every promise we once held started running deep. We were closer than forever, braver than the love we knew. But the parking lot at 2 a.m. was where I lost you. You traced the fog across the glass, drawing circles in the night, like maybe time could hold us there before the morning light. Your voice was softer than the rain when you said you had to leave, and every breath became a pain I couldn't make believe. Some endings come without a sound, just quiet breaking down. Two hearts under neon glow, watching love let go. In the parking lot at 2 a.m., every dream began to fall. Every word we couldn't mend echoed through it all. We were stronger than the silence, braver than the tears we knew. But the parking lot at 2 a.m. was the last of me and you. Sometimes love doesn't crash in fire or storms across the sky. Sometimes it ends beneath the light, while strangers pass you by. And all that's left is empty space and the memory of your face. Now when midnight fills the air and headlights fade away, I sometimes drive that road again just to see that place where the night we said goodbye still lives beneath the blue. In the parking lot at 2 a.m., where the city lights grew thin, every dream we almost had still circles back again. We were brighter than the skyline, stronger than the love we knew. But the parking lot at 2 a.m. still remembers you. The wind rolls through the empty lines, the neon flickers blue, and somewhere in that silent lot, I'm still there with you. Cars moving like a river below. A quiet breeze in the pale moonlight, where we used to go. That little balcony above the street, we'd lean against the metal rail with coffee cups in hand, talking about the lives we'd sail across some distant land. Your laughter drifting through the air like music in the dark, and every dream we placed up there was just another spark. Two hearts floating in the blue, with nothing left to prove. Every skyline shining bright felt like ours that night. On the balcony where we watched the lights, every dream began to grow. Every star across the night felt like we would know. We were closer than forever, braver than the world below. But the balcony where we watched the lights was the last place we were whole. Autumn found us quieter there, the wind a little cold. You spoke of roads beyond the air, of stories yet untold. The city hung beneath our feet, but something felt unsure, like love had drifted down the street without a cure. Some nights carry quiet signs before they change our lives. Two shadows in the fading glow, watching time below. On the balcony where we watched the lights, every promise lost its flame. Every dream beneath the night started drifting away. We were stronger than the distance, braver than the tears we knew. But the balcony where we watched the light still remembers you. Years have turned the skyline new, different windows shine. But sometimes when the wind is blue, I hear your voice in mine. Because some places keep the truth of who we used to be. Tonight I stand beside the rail, the city shining through. But in the quiet midnight air, I still see you. Two silhouettes above the glow, where our young hearts flew. On the balcony where we watched the lights, still glowing in my mind. Every dream we held that night still refuses time. We were brighter than the skyline, stronger than the love we knew. And the balcony where we watched the lights still brings me back to you. The wind moves softly through the dark, the city fades from view. But somewhere in that silver sky, I'm still there with you. blue. Your hand steady on the wheel, but the silence spoke the truth. The radio was broken on that ride. We left the city just past midnight, traffic falling far behind. Billboards glowing in the distance like the ghosts of younger times. You said the road would clear your head the way it always used to do, but every mile ahead instead just pulled me further from you. Two hearts driving through the dark, chasing one last spark. Every mile between the signs felt like losing time. On the highway with no radio, where the silence filled the car, every place we used to go suddenly felt far. We were stronger than the distance, braver than the nights we knew, but the highway with no radio took me away from you. Truck stoplights along the shoulder, burning yellow in the rain. You asked if we were getting older or just tired of the pain. I watched the wipers cross the glass like seconds drifting by, and every memory from the past was riding through my mind. Some journeys start to show the end long before they bend. Two shadows in the dashboard glow with nowhere left to go. On the highway with no radio, every word we tried to say fell somewhere below in the darkness of the lane. We were closer than tomorrow, braver than the tears we knew, but the highway with no radio led me away from you. Sometimes love runs out of music long before the road runs dry. Just two voices and the engine underneath an endless sky. And the night keeps moving on. By the time the dawn was rising, silver through the morning air, you pulled over by the shoreline, but neither of us stayed there. The ocean moved beneath the gray like nothing ever knew. On the highway with no radio, still running through my mind, every mile we used to know fading out in time. We were brighter than the sunrise, stronger than the Magnets holding paper on the fridge tonight. The kitchen humming soft and low. Midnight leaning on the window light while the quiet starts to grow. And there it is in your handwriting, milk and bread and Sunday wine, your crooked letters in blue ink. You always wrote them in a hurry before we stopped to think. Don't forget the coffee beans, you underlined it twice, like tiny notes between the lines of our ordinary life. Two hearts living day by day in simple ways. Every little thing we planned fit inside your hand. It's the grocery list on the fridge tonight, still hanging where you left it there. Every word in fading light feels like you're still here. We were louder than the laughter in the life we used to live. Now the grocery list on the fridge tonight is all that love can give. Eggs and oranges, apples too, your arrows pointing left and right. You drew a heart beside the T one sleepy Tuesday night. We used to dance in the kitchen with the radio playing slow. Two strangers in a small apartment, learning how to grow. Some memories hide in plain sight under the kitchen light. Two lives written line by line across simple time. It's the grocery list on the fridge tonight, still holding yesterday. Every word beneath the light refuses to fade away. We were closer than tomorrow in the love we thought we'd live. But the grocery list on the fridge tonight still remembers what we did. Funny how the smallest things outlive the grand goodbye. A scrap of paper on a door that time forgot to try. Love doesn't always leave in flames, sometimes it stays behind. The kitchen clock ticks quietly outside, the traffic flows. And every time I read those lines, your laughter softly grows. Milk and bread and Sunday wine, a life in crooked blue. It's the grocery list on the fridge tonight, still glowing in the light. Every word we used to write still feels so right. We were brighter than the morning, warmer than the love we lived. And the grocery list on the fridge tonight still says I'm yours to give. The magnets hold the paper still while midnight drifts anew. And somewhere in those simple lines, I'm still shopping with you. rocks tonight. Moonlight silver on the sea. The lighthouse turning through the dark, like it remembers you and me. Its lonely beam across the shore. We met beneath that spinning light. A summer wind entangled hair. You said the ocean feels like life, always pulling somewhere. We walked along the narrow pier, your laughter on the tide. Two wandering hearts without a fear, with nowhere left to hide. The night was wide, the sky was clear, and love felt very near. Every wave along the shore said there could be more. At the lighthouse after midnight, where the ocean meets the sky, every dream felt so right. Underneath that turning light, we were brighter than the beacon, stronger than the restless sea. But the lighthouse after midnight couldn't hold you here with me. Autumn brought a colder breeze, the harbor growing still. You spoke about the distant seas and roads beyond the hill. I watched the lantern slowly turn across the waterline, and in its glow I felt the burn of losing you in time. Some tides don't ever stay, they only drift away. Two shadows on the sand, trying to understand. The lighthouse after midnight, every promise met the tide. Every star above the night watched our worlds collide. We were closer than forever, braver than the wind we knew. But the lighthouse after midnight watched me losing you. Years have rolled like endless waves across the quiet bay. But sometimes when the lantern turns, I hear your voice that way. Like the sea remembers every step we knew. Tonight I stand upon that shore, the beam still sweeping wide. Different ships and distant wars, but the same old tide. And in that slow revolving light, I almost see you too. At the lighthouse after midnight, still shining through my mind. Every dream in silver light refuses to unwind. We were brighter than the beacon, stronger than the ocean blue. I'm still there with you. Front porch light glowing tonight, moths circling in the air. The quiet street beneath the moon, like nobody was there. But we both knew the secret place. You kept the key beneath the flower pot next to the broken stair. You said if ever I got lost, your door would still be there. I'd sneak across the sleeping lawn while the town was dreaming deep. Two reckless hearts before the dawn, with promises to keep. Every whisper through the night felt like the world was right. Every shadow on the wall knew our secret code. It was the key beneath the flower pot, where our young hearts learned to stay. Every dream we once had got hidden in that place. We were braver than the moonlight, stronger than the rules we knew. But the key beneath the flower pot still reminds me of you. Summer nights and open windows, music drifting down the hall. Your laughter echoing slow through every painted wall. You said someday we'd leave this town, chasing stars we couldn't see. But time began to turn around and carried you from me. Some doors closed quietly without a final key. Two shadows on the lawn before the night was gone. It was the key beneath the flower pot, every memory held inside, every promise that we got lost along the tide. We were closer than tomorrow, braver than the dreams we drew. But the key beneath the flower pot still belongs to me and you now. Strangers live inside that house, the porch light shining new. But sometimes when I pass it by, the night feels just like you. Because love can leave a place but never fully fade. The flower pot is different now, the garden changed with time. But somewhere in that silent ground still lives that hidden line of footsteps in the summer grass and two young hearts that flew. It was the key beneath the flower pot, still shining in my mind. Every dream we once had got frozen there in time. We were brighter than the moonlight, stronger than the love we knew. And the key beneath the flower pot still opens back to you. The porch light fades into the night, the quiet street is blue. But somewhere in that hidden key, I'm still unlocking you. Neon buzzing in the midnight air, coffee steam beneath the light, a jukebox humming somewhere in the quiet of the night. And there you were again, that little diner by the highway bend, where truckers stopped to rest. You said you liked the way it felt, like time could catch its breath. We sat beside the foggy glass, watching headlights roll, two restless hearts that couldn't pass the midnight toll. Every word we said that night felt easy in the light. Two strangers sharing pie, watching hours drift by. At the diner at the edge of town, where the neon burned so blue, every night we'd settle down, like love was something true. We were brighter than the jukebox, warmer than the coffee brew, but the diner at the edge of town still reminds me of you. You'd scribble dreams on napkins, places we would go, California highways or cities made of gold. But life began to pull you west, beyond the county line, and suddenly our midnight nest was losing time. Some roads don't turn around once they leave that town. Two shadows in the booth, holding fate and truth. At the diner at the edge of town, every promise lost its flame, every dream we wrote down started drifting away. We were stronger than the silence, braver than the love we knew, but the diner at the edge of town still sings of me and you. Years have passed like midnight trains through places I outgrew, but every time I see that sign it glows a little blue, because some love stories never leave their booth. Tonight I pass that neon glow, the same old coffee smell, different faces sitting slow, but the story I can tell. Two kids with restless hearts who thought the night was new. At the diner at the edge of town, still shining in my mind, every dream we wrote down still refuses time. We were brighter than the jukebox, stronger than the love we knew, and the diner at the edge of town still holds a seat for you. The neon flickers through the dark, the highway drifting through, but somewhere in that midnight booth I'm still there with you. Snow was falling through the streetlight glow, silent flakes in midnight air. The cinema sign flickered low while winter gathered there. Your breath like silver in the cold. We bought your tickets at the door for some old movie playing late. You said you'd seen it once before, but love could make it great. We laughed about the empty seats, popcorn drifting through the hall. Two strangers with impatient hearts before the curtain call. Your hand found mine inside the dark, like lighting up a spark. Every whisper through the screen felt like something we'd been in the snowfall outside the cinema, where the night turned soft and blue. Every moment felt like forever, standing there with you. We were warmer than December, brighter than the silver view. But the snowfall outside the cinema still reminds me of you. The movie ended after 2. The town was sleeping deep. Your scarf wrapped tight around your throat while snow began to sweep. You spoke of dreams beyond the town, of trains that left at dawn. And suddenly the fall in white felt colder than before. Some nights glow bright and thin before the world steps in. Two shadows in the drifting snow, knowing you would go. In the snowfall outside the cinema, every promise lost its flame. Every dream we shared together started drifting away. We were closer than tomorrow, braver than the love we knew. But the snowfall outside the cinema still whispers back to you. Years can fall like winter flakes across the streets we knew, but certain nights refuse to melt inside the heart's own view. Because love remembers where it first began. Tonight the street is shining pale, another winter show. The theater still beneath the hail of quiet falling snow. And in that frozen midnight light I almost see you too. In the snowfall outside the cinema, still glowing in my mind. Every dream we held together still refuses time. We were brighter than the streetlights, stronger than the love we knew. And the snowfall outside the cinema still falls for me and you. The theater sign goes dark again. The snow keeps drifting through, but somewhere in that silent white I'm still there with you. second of that night felt like a last goodbye. Two dreamers on a meadow sea, with time beneath our feet. Every heartbeat in the room knew the moment coming soon. On the bench at gate 12 tonight, where the whole world passed us by, every promise held so tight beneath the airport sky. We were closer than forever, braver than the tears we knew. But the bench at gate 12 tonight was the last of me and you. You said the distance wouldn't win, that love would find a way. But something in the quiet wind was drifting us away. People rushed around our feet like rivers flowing through, while we sat there incomplete between the old and new. Some dreams board planes and fly, while others stay behind. Two shadows in departure light, holding on too tight. On the bench at gate 12 tonight, every dream began to fall. Every word we tried to write couldn't hold it all. We were stronger than the silence, braver than the love we knew. But the bench at gate 12 tonight still remembers you. Years may travel different skies through cities I outgrew, but sometimes when a jet flies by, it sounds a bit like you, because love remembers every place it stood. The airport changed its signs and walls, but that old seat remains. And sometimes in those distant calls I hear your name again. Two young hearts waiting there before the final view. On the bench at gate 12 tonight, still shining in my mind. Every dream we held so tight, frozen there in time. We were brighter than the runway, stronger than the love we knew. And the bench at gate 12 tonight still keeps a place for you. The planes keep rising through the night, the sky turns silver blue. But somewhere in departure light, I'm still there with you. The street was glowing under amber lights, a quiet breeze across the town. The midnight sky was deep and endless blue. As the evening settled down, we wandered silence of the park, where shadows dance beneath the trees. Every step was softer than the dark, carried gently by the breeze. Your voice was like a song I used to know, somewhere in a distant dream. And every word between our quiet laughs felt brighter than it seemed. The world was turning far away, but in your eyes I chose to stay. It was the night we forgot the world existed, where time refused to move at all. Two restless hearts inside the dark, listening to destiny call. Every star above the silent sky, shining where our dreams unfurled. It was the night we forgot the world. The river whispered softly near the bridge, where reflections slowly swayed. Your hand was warm against the trembling air, as another promise stayed. The city hums somewhere beyond the night, but we were drifting far away, in a fragile moment made of light, where words had little left to say. Every second felt so new, like the universe had chosen you. It was the night we forgot the world existed, where time refused to slip away. Two wandering souls inside the dark, finding something real to stay. Every dream beneath the endless sky, shining like a pearl. It was the night we forgot the world. Maybe love is just a quiet place, where all the noise disappears, where two hearts finally understand what they searched for through the years. It was the night we forgot the world existed, where everything began to start. Every star above the midnight sky was beating with our hearts. And though the years may drift away like waves across the swirl, I remember the night we forgot the world. The twilight settles softly on the hills, a violet sky above the fields. The distant sound of crickets in the dark was whispering what love conceals. We wandered down a narrow country road where summer lingered in the air. Your laughter drifted through the fading light like music everywhere. The meadow opened wide beneath the stars, a quiet world so far away. And in the glowing dance of fireflies, our hearts began to sway. In every flicker of the light, something beautiful took flight. Fireflies in the quiet meadow tonight, like tiny stars that fell to earth. Every spark inside the dark was showing what our love was worth. Though tomorrow waits beyond the hills, and the dawn will start anew, I'll remember fireflies in the quiet meadow, shining next to you. Your shadow moved along the silver grass, the moonlight resting on your face. Every whisper drifting through the night felt like a sacred place. The wind was writing poetry in the trees, while time began to slow. And every heartbeat in the silent field was something we could know. The sky was wide and crystal clear, like the universe that brought us here. Fireflies in the quiet meadow tonight, floating through the summer air. Every dream we dared to hold was glowing gently there. Though the seasons change their golden glow, and the years may wander through, I'll remember fireflies in the quiet meadow, shining next to you. Maybe love is just a fragile light that flickers in the night, waiting for two wandering hearts to keep it burning bright. Fireflies in the quiet meadow tonight, still dancing in my mind. Every glowing memory is something time can't hide. And though the world may turn away to skies of different blue, I'll remember fireflies in the quiet meadow, forever next to you. beneath a silver moon. Waves whisper softly on the sand. A lonely light inside the harbor town still glows across the land. I sit beside the window facing the sea, watching distant ships go by. Every sail disappearing in the dark, like dreams across the sky. Your photograph beside the open glass feels closer than the tide, and every memory drifting through the night still walks here by my side. The wind keeps calling out your name like echoes through the rain. From the window facing the sea tonight, where the endless waters roam, every wave carries a piece of you back toward this lonely home. Though the distance stretches far and wide across the restless blue, from the window facing the sea tonight, I'm still dreaming of you. The lighthouse slowly turns across the bay, casting circles through the dark, and every beam across the silent shore feels like your distant spark. The stars are trembling over quiet tides, like promises once made, and every whisper of the midnight wind refuses to fade. Through every night the ocean sighs, I still see you in the skies. From the window facing the sea tonight, where the quiet waves collide, every memory drifting through the dark still brings you by my side. Though tomorrow sails another way beyond the horizon view, from the window facing the sea tonight, I'm still dreaming of you. Maybe love is like the ocean tide, forever pulling near, even when the shore feels far away. Its rhythm still is here. From the window facing the sea tonight, underneath the endless stars, every wave that touches the silent shore still remembers who we are. And though the years may carry you away to skies of distant blue, from the window facing the sea tonight, my heart still waits for drifting through the air. The laughter slowly vanished in the dark, leaving silence everywhere. We wandered past the empty cotton stands where the colored banners swayed. The Ferris wheel was standing like a ghost of every dream we made. The carousel was turning slowly still, its painted horses bright. A lonely melody inside the dark was glowing through the night. The world had quietly slipped away, but you were asking me to stay. On the carousel after midnight, where the lights are burning low, two restless hearts still spinning in a dream we barely know. Though the music slowly fades away and the dawn begins to rise, on the carousel after midnight, I still see your eyes. We rode the painted horses side by side, like children in disguise. Your laughter floating through the midnight air, like sparks across the skies. The empty park became a universe where time had lost its way, and every turn beneath the glowing bulbs was begging night to stay. The music drifting through the dark was dancing through my heart. On the carousel after midnight, where the stars begin to fall, every dream we dared to whisper was shining through it all. Though tomorrow waits beyond the gate, with roads we cannot see, on the carousel after midnight, you were there with me. Maybe love is just a fragile ride, turning through the night, holding on before the dawn steals away the light. On the carousel after midnight, where the final music plays, every spinning memory still glows through all my days. And though the fairground fades away like echoes in the sky, on the carousel after midnight, our hearts learn how to fly. The shoreline sleeps beneath the fading stars, morning waiting far away. A quiet wind moves gently through the dark, where silver water this way. We walked along the silent edge of night, barefoot in the cooling sand. Every step beside the restless tide, your fingers in my hand. The moon was floating low above the sea, like a lantern drifting slow, and every whisper carried through the breeze was something we both know. The waves erased the path behind, but love was written in our minds. Footprints where the tide returned tonight, fading slowly in the foam. Every step we left along the shore was leading both of us home, though the ocean pulls the sands away, and the years may drift apart. Those footprints where the tide returned tonight still remain inside my heart. Your laughter echoed softly through the wind, like a melody so clear, and every quiet promise in the dark felt stronger standing here. The sea kept breathing slowly at our feet, like a rhythm we could trust, and every dream reflected in your eyes was shining back at us. In the silence of the shore, love was something we were sure. Footprints where the tide returned tonight, where the endless waters meet. Every memory glowing in the dark beneath our wandering feet, though tomorrow waits beyond the dawn, with roads we cannot chart. Those footprints where the tide returned tonight still remain inside my heart. Maybe love is like the rising tide, washing over time, leaving traces in the sand that never truly die. Footprints where the tide returned tonight, still shining in my mind. Every step we walked beneath the stars is something time can't hide, and though the ocean keeps on calling with its endless restless heart, those footprints where the tide returned tonight still remain inside my heart. The velvet curtains slowly fall to rest echoes fading in the hall. 1,000 voices once filled up the night. Now silence holds it all. The stage is glowing under lonely lights. Full flames scattered on the floor. The orchestra has packed their instruments and walked outside the door. But in the quiet shadows of the seats, I feel you standing near. Like every note that drifted through the air is whispering you're here. The crowd has vanished from the night, but you remain inside the light. In the theater, after the applause tonight, where the music fades away to silent hearts beneath the stage lights, still have something left to say. Though the world has left the empty hall and the stars outside appear. In the theater, after the applause tonight, I still feel you here. Your laughter echoes through the balcony, like a memory in gold. Every promise spoken in the dark still shines the way it told. The spotlight glimmers softly on the stage where we once stood before, two fragile hearts inside a melody that lingers evermore. The final curtain slowly falls, but love still fills these walls. In the theater, after the applause tonight, where the echoes softly play, every word we sang together still refuses to fade away. Though tomorrow waits beyond the doors with roads that disappear. In the theater, after the applause tonight, I still feel you here. Maybe love is like a fading song, still drifting